the conference without actually having to prepare that much, because sometimes I just wing it. I go on stage, it takes me 2 minutes to go through a speaker's LinkedIn profile. It's like, yeah, I can twist it into a funny story, to a funny angle. So yeah, that kind of.
Awesome. And like, so I mean, let's get into the. Obviously, a lot of people know you. Like, you sell sales coaching for SEO, for agencies, particularly SEOs. Like, particularly in the SEO industry, a lot of people know you. If you've been to a conference, I would say within the last sort of 12 or 16 months in the SEO space, like you frequent most of them, right? What sort of things are you seeing in the SEO industry right now? How are things changing?
Well, obviously AI is now beginning to play a big part, so everyone's got an opinion. Is how influential AI would be. Uh, so there's a lot more chatter about it. Obviously, 2024 Google updates. There's this ongoing debate: do links still matter? All of that, and everyone's got varying opinions on things. To be honest, some of the agencies I'm working with, links actually are even more important, irrespective of the narrative out there that links are losing its value. No, they're not. And when it comes to the AI aspect of things, uh, it's important to leverage the best practices, kind of make it into your workflow so you can automate some of the stuff. But if you're looking to replace um, milestones where human interaction is so important, and if agencies are doing that, I would recommend don't do it, because I think people buy from people. We're all emotional animals, so you need that human interaction constantly in order to feel secure. Because let's be honest, when it comes to SEO specific, it's the wild west sometimes. Too many cowboys out there,
It's crazy.
and if you're not speaking to your account manager, the founder of the agency, if not on a weekly basis, but at least twice a month. Apart from all the other AI prompts and reporting you get consistently, that's good. But the cherry on the cake always would be right. I've got everything set up. The AI is kicking in, but I still want a human driving that car. It's a bit like no one enjoys still sitting in a driverless car. No matter
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
people go to the US, like Craig Campbell the other day, him and Dooley, they were in California somewhere, and I remember someone posting a video where they were sitting in a driverless cab, and it just looked scary, even though it might be 100% safe. But it tells you the psychology, the mentality. People are okay making use of the AI, but they need that self assurance that it's a human kind of running it. So these two surely. But the third aspect, I think now SEO agencies are waking up to the fact, oh, I do need a sales system. They've always been, uh, I've got my little set of clients, it's referrals, but it's because of increased competition, links and content. Like there want too many agencies or marketplaces out there. And then the big fish are still growing, like the top 1%, but all the other small and medium sized businesses, they're beginning to lose clients because they've never had a sales structure, a system in place, and only now they're beginning to kind of start investing. Is it too late? For some people it might be too late,
I think you're right.
investing into sales, but I think people could still gain a lot. So yeah, these kind of three things I hear a lot when I'm going to agencies. Apart
We got
from where we're going out to drink in the evening.
we got a couple of comments already. So Tim L says, "Hello, Julian, my brother from another mother." So always good to see you here. And Helene says hello. So we've got a few people on. If you got any questions, by the way, about growing an agency, about getting more sales, whether it's SEO, whether it's AI, etc., very similar stuff, feel free to shout out because someone like Stephen, I know you've got tons of clients right now who are just queuing up at the door to hire you for sales coaching, like, and you've helped us a lot. I've learned so much from you personally when it comes to sales. So anyone who's watching this, if you have any questions, if you want to get more clients, if you want to land more sales, if you're wondering, okay, where is SEO or even AI automation agencies going in the future, just post in the comments and we can run through whilst you've got the opportunity. The thing that I want to ask is, there's a lot of fear out there, right? So you got fear over SEO, you got people who are wondering, okay, how much longer is it going to be before, say, another AI search engine takes over Google? So you've got like a kind of a fearful market. Some people are worried, okay, this isn't the right time to be optimizing for Google and that sort of thing. Where do you see the AI industry space going, like over the next, say, 12 months? Do you think that a lot of agencies are going to have to pivot? Do you think that people will still be using backlinks? What's your thoughts there?
I think you guys, your agency, the Goldie agency, is a prime example where you guys are the early adopters of AI and offering that, the workflows, the packages you guys sell. And I think a lot of people would have to very quickly find their own niche as more and more AI kicks in, just create another revenue arm. And I already see some of my clients, SEO agencies I'm consulting or training. One of my jobs with them is to also identify other revenue funnels which they never thought of. Something they specialize in, something within the verticals they're going after. If there is a space of creating or leveraging AI and offering that as a productized offer, could be ranking on Reddit. It could be guest posts, virality, whatever that could be. 100%. And I think rather than being fearful of the fact that AI is going to ruin or take over everything, I think people should learn from you. Yeah, how can I collaborate with AI and make it into a revenue making machine? So that's something. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more. Every day we wake up, every week there's some new update, and you're like, oh, my mobile looks a bit different, or my my
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
WhatsApp is talking in AI language and all of that. Like everywhere AI is infiltrating. So I think if you look back at history, Julian, some of the richest people became rich because of the chaos which the world found itself in. But those were the smart ones, where they spotted an opportunity, became the early adopters, and just went with it. AI, we're at that pivoting moment in history again where AI is beginning to infiltrate our daily lives, and the clever ones like yourselves would just you know nitpick the best things people can implement, or just create a business out of that. So there's a lot we could do with AI, and not just making our own lives a bit easier and simpler by doing mundane tasks. It's just wrapping it up in a package and presenting it, because AI still is at that stage where there's a lot of confusion. People don't know, should we trust it, should we not.
Hmm.
So they're actually looking for standout leaders, agencies, brands, to go out and show them that if you do X, you can get Y quite quickly. And these are testimonials and case studies to back it up. So I think for me, um, as a sales guy, it's a fantastic opportunity to create a huge business. I leverage AI a lot currently when I'm doing discovery call audits, or sometimes creating SOPs. I need to kind of clean up my own thoughts, the handwritten notes, the notepads I'm
100%.
using. If
Yeah,
AI wasn't there, I would be my productivity would be at least 70% lower than what it is right now. So I'm very thankful to AI.
yeah, I'd agree. I mean, like, I'll pull up a couple of interesting examples. So let's pull up, for example, we'll look back. I mean, ChatGPT got announced, what was it, 2022, I want to say. Let's just pull up the lifetime of this. So, like, basically, if you look at the chart of our YouTube, you can see it was pretty dead for like the first couple of years. Then we started talking about ChatGPT back in 2023, and just using that opportunity, we've scaled so much in terms of a business, like in terms of our reach, right? So, for example, let me go back to 23 here, and we'll change this to the 1st of January. It's like the growth that we've had since AI came out is massive. And the reason for that is, like you say, Stephen, it's like, if you're running an agency or whatever, you got to use those times to sort of find your way in. Like, when there's fear and when there's change, there's opportunities, right? So if you're watching this and you're running an SEO agency or you're a freelancer in the SEO space, these are great times. Like these are the times that can make you as a massive brand in the industry and help you find your way. Like you were saying as well, even just running the agency, like we use ChatGPT and SAP so much for this. So for example, like what we'll typically do, and you'll see this after each video in the CTA for people who watch this channel regularly, is like we'll take the transcript from one of our latest videos and we'll turn this into an SOP that then generates more leads later for us for the agency. So like one of our big ways of getting clients through the door, and this is useful for anyone watching because if you want to get more clients, if you want to get more leads in, etc., you can do the same. Is like in every single video, we'll create an SOP. It's easy to automate with something like ChatGPT, and then you can give that away as a lead magnet where people have to opt in to get access to that. And then people book in a call, they buy from you, they get in touch with you, they start DMing you, and that all leads to more clients, right?
100%, 100%. Yeah, you worded it really well. How you've leveraged AI just to increase your lead funnel, and 10x the lead funnel, and then obviously increase your MRR on ARR on top of that. So yeah, I think people who are still on the fence with AI should just start learning. And to be honest, you give out such great knowledge. I think you run a community. I think it's called AI Boardroom or something, where people can sign up and then
That's
get a
it.
lot of help from there. So yeah,
Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, we run the AI Profit Boardroom. A lot of people get value from that. We've got the free SEO strategy session funnel as well. We're getting a few questions for you here, Stephen. Do you mind if we pull them up and answer them for you?
yeah, go for it. Yeah.
All right, perfect. So Helene was asking, many say they don't need SEO pros anymore thanks to ChatGPT. What are your thoughts?
Um, Further away from the truth, it could be no. I mean, SEO is complicated enough, mate. Yes, AI could make it a bit more easier for you. You need an intelligent brain, a knowledgeable brain who's done a lot of A/B testing in the background. You look at some of the biggest names in SEO yourself: Kyle Roof, Matt Diggity's, the Charles Floats, the James Dooleys, the Carl Hudsons. They've only become big and reputable names because they did a lot of testing. They knew how to analyze data, read data, not believe everything what Google's saying, and then cut through all that noise in order to formulate their own strategies, which helps you rank. And I think that thing would never go because Google itself is elevating itself by using AI. So Google's also changing every month, every day, every minute. So I think SEOs are needed even more now because of that AI noise filtering through, just to identify what's a good strategy, what's not, and you need a talented SEO mind to do that.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. And also, like, ChatGPT is good, but it's only as good as the person who's using it, right? It's coming back to that car analogy you were saying. If you gave me a Formula One car to drive around Bangkok, it's not going to be particularly useful, right? But and that comes down to the driver. And for example, ChatGPT can do amazing things, but only if you understand how to use it. And that's everyone's opportunity that watches this channel and is using ChatGPT daily, which I see so much from the community. So I think it's more important than ever. And also the other thing that I would say is like if you look at ChatGPT and the number of users, it's absolutely wild how many more people are using that for search now. And so like people are searching more. They're just searching across more platforms like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google. And so the need for someone who can help you rank as a business inside these platforms is higher than ever, and that's an opportunity for everyone watching. There's another one here that says Jesse says, true, I want not get too known to tools like Cursor, Surf, Windsurf, etc. Do companies actually use it? I developed my own root chat idea from Julian Repo Mix, but just ran with it to do SaaS version. So, I mean, basically, I think Jesse's asking, like, what tools are tools actually practical inside a business use case, right? And I think, for example, Stephen, when we do meetings together, we're using Fathom to break down the meeting notes. We're using Zoom, AI Companion. You were using ChatGPT for recipes. Any other like AI that you use?
Well, Me as a hardcore sales guy, when we've never had any inbound lead flow, for us, the classic salespeople have always been hunter mentality, go out and just look, create your own pipeline. So Apollo has always been like a good tool for us. But
Nice.
recently, with the AI integration, the AI features there, which keeps updating. So based on the buyer persona you create in Apollo now with the AI features in it, it just recommends you more relevant leads. It's just like on Facebook. If you connect with certain friends, Facebook gives you friend suggestions. Apollo started doing that as well. Hunter's doing that, and like every week now, Apollo's kind of upgrading a lot of that. Quite recently, I've never been a fan of it, but I actually tested it out a couple of weeks ago. So now you even have like a live AI sales coach where you
That's
upload
nice.
your discovery call script, and it just runs in the background, and it's just like your battle cards. The old style sales guys always had those yellow sticky notes all around your terminal and your workstation, just to keep prompting you. You should be asking this, you should be asking that, like the golden questions to ask when it comes to discovery and pain. And now these AI tools are doing it as well, and there are plenty out there. That's useful, but then again, it boils down to, there is AI to help you, but it's the human who needs to run it. They need to identify which question, or whether to accept what the AI coach is telling me to do, or should I just not? Because AI would never have that emotional intelligence what a human would have. So yeah, I mean, any SaaS tools out there with a large sales team, sales leaders probably listening to this live stream, I would say, yeah, dig into some of those AI sales coach. I think the one which is doing a lot is, the name evades me. Let me just search for it 1 second. I was looking at it the other day.
Yeah,
Where
whilst
is
you
it?
the other thing whilst you're doing that, Stephen, I was going to say was Autoblogging AI is still crushing. I mean, here's an example case study site. This is a great tool for SEO agencies who want to grow and scale. It's like you can create content. Obviously, you need to edit it down, you need to humanize it, you need to
Of
quality
course.
control it. But like, I mean, this is another tool that actually works. It's stood the test of time since August last year. What was the other tool you
Yeah.
were looking at, Stephen?
Yeah, so I was looking the two which people have recommended. There's Convin, Convin. It's AI and coaching. Um, we've got Sales Bob. I've heard quite a few good things about that as well. Um, yeah, it's testing it. These tools all offer you like 2 week, 3 week trials. So there's no harm in kind of, sales leaders just audit it on your own calls. And if it's good help, because you know how it is with larger sales teams, you got sales leaders, and QCing is quite an important part. I get that, but you don't want a sales leader also spending majority of his or her time just QCing, because the strategy of how to scale further, newer ideas, would have to come outside of what your daily, well, you know how it is, human beings. You keep doing something every day, you'll get great, and then you'll hit the tipping point, and it'll start kind of rolling downhill. So again, a classic case of, if there's AI makes your mundane life slightly easier, leverage it. So you've got enough free space. If you're a founder-led business, you're a sales leader, you're an ops manager, even just a sales rep yourself, you know if you're struggling to hit your KPIs, your targets, right, how can I have the calmness and peace in my mind just to think out of the box? That takes a bit of time in order to come up with newer ideas. So yeah, I think AI would always would continue to make our lives easier up to a point. We don't get lazy, and I think this is where the most important bit is. If you're over reliant on AI, then you're just being lazy.
Yeah, 100%. Like you still need a brain. That's the differentiator right there. Also, before we keep going further, we've got a big announcement, right, Stephen?
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait. Do you want me to say it then?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah. So people who know me, obviously, since I've left White Press, I left Endorsely, I kind of pivoted into freelancing, and I've been helping quite a few SEO agencies set up their sales systems. But then when someone like Julian Goldie comes calling, it becomes quite hard to say no. So yeah, I'm eager. I'm proud to say that I'll be joining Goldie Agency as head of growth from 1st of June. Can't wait. I've obviously spent what, month and a half, 2 months with you and the team already. Love the energy. Love how you guys are scaling up. Um, and really can't wait to come in, start making a much bigger difference. Yet at the same time, my trainings and consultancies for people who still want to benefit would still be there, because that's something we'd be kind of doing that in a collaborative manner. So if people are worried with the fact that I won't be offering sales trainings or coachings anymore, no, that's not the case. I'm just going to partner up with Julian on that soon enough. Just stay tuned. A more productized offer would come out on the website soon. However, the biggest piece would be to continue growing Goldie Agency to bigger, better numbers. So yeah, proud. And Julian, thanks again, mate. Thanks for the trust.
Yeah, awesome, man. I'm super excited for you. Thanks for joining the team. It's going to be a big move. I know a lot of people who watch this and know you will be like, wow, that is a big move, especially in the SEO industry. So, yeah, super excited, man. Thanks for joining the team, and it's going to be awesome working with you.
Yeah, yeah. Happy day. Looking forward to it. Yeah, lots of fun. Blood, sweat, tears, but there'll be big numbers at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it for sure. Helene says, woohoo, awesome. Congrats on joining Goldie Agency. So, thanks, Helene. We'll put a little party celebration right there. That's great news. And we've got a couple more questions. We'll just handle those. So Jesse says Google is much more local market and do special filtering to get appropriate ads out, which is good as well. Yeah, what's your take on the local stuff? Because obviously we do link building for a lot of local companies. You know, we've worked with plumbers and all sorts of local businesses, even like local wine companies and stuff like that. Have you noticed that as well? Like the way that SEO is changing, is there's a bigger demand for local stuff?
Uh, there is, I think, service-based businesses in particular, as you rightfully said, roofing, plumbing, and all of that. Yes, they do tend to focus a lot in the local area. Um, I think holistically, all of these business owners, for them, SEO is just another way of generating more leads, getting more conversions in there. You know it, Julian, the amount of calls we guys have been onto,
Yeah.
and the founders have got absolutely no idea what is SEO, what are backlinks. For them, it's quite simple. You know, the language is, I've heard about it. I'm not sure if it works. Tell me what the ROI is and how many leads can I expect. Um, which partly answers the question, but also kind of makes me think a little bit further when you're talking to local business owners. And I think a lot of agencies make that mistake where they go too deep into displaying their SEO knowledge, and it actually scares the founder away because they just find it too technically advanced, too kind of matrixy, rather than breaking it down into bite-sized portions. So yes, I think these verticals, which probably have been ignored for a while, local service-based businesses, those verticals are beginning to understand the power of SEO more now. And I think a lot of the business, a lot of revenue, recurring revenue, especially for smaller agencies, like boutique agency looking after service-based businesses, it just feels like a good fit. But if you're able to break it down and show the deliverables in a clear manner, I think there's a lot of money to be made there.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I think there's so many opportunities, and I also think like local SEO is so much easier. It's crazy. Like the lack of competition. It's like if you're doing link building, you could just blow your competitors out the water because nobody knows how to do it in your area, right? John, who runs a plumbing company in Lancaster and lives on a canal boat, like he doesn't know much about link building, right? So if you can get ahead of your competitors now, it's a massive win for you, especially on ChatGPT and ranking there too. So, yeah,
Correct.
awesome. Well, appreciate everyone watching. If you want to book in a call with us, with our team, etc., feel free to book in a free SEO strategy session. Link in the comments description. If you want to get in touch with Stephen, I think the best place to contact you is probably on LinkedIn. DM you directly.
Uh,
Otherwise, you've got an email address, stephen@juliangoldie.com. But I think LinkedIn is the best place to connect, right?
yeah, LinkedIn. I live a lot on LinkedIn there, or just email me, as Julian said, Stephen@juliangoldie.com. I do have my website as well, stephenkhanna.com. But yeah, I think uh, from today onwards, yeah, LinkedIn, and just email me. I'll be happy to kind of offer any help I could.
Yeah, that's it. So feel free to reach out to Stephen. And yeah, if you want to book in a free SEO strategy session, figure out how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 visitors a month, feel free to book that in. Basically, on this call, it's not about, selling to you or trying to force you to become a client. Basically, the way the call goes is like, we just get on the call with you, we ask you some questions about your situation, and then we're like, right, here's what we think you should do, and we give you a game plan based on that. So there's no like hard sales, and you're not going to be hounded by telly sharks or anything crazy like that. It's just literally jump on the call, get a custom game plan. It's completely free, so you got nothing to lose, and it's based on what our clients do to get great results as well. So appreciate you being on,
100%.
Stephen.
My pleasure. My pleasure, mate.
Awesome. All
Cheers
right.
then.